What's up, guys? Sean here, and I'm back again today with another great budget knife option. This one right here is the Sitivien ST103, and this knife really impresses me. I was blown away by this. I picked this up on Amazon for under $30. And this knife is a flipper, and let me see, get the focus. We have a beautiful satin blade finish, and the belt pattern actually goes diagonally. This is a very beautiful finish. So look at that diagonal belt satin finish. And sorry for the watermarks and scuffs on this blade. I've been using the hell out of it, testing it out, and forming my opinions on this bad boy right here, so I could give you guys all the information that you might need. This knife is on bearings. I'm going to put the specs up on the screen while I talk about it, so you can look at those if you are interested. This is a flipper on bearings. The action is insane. We have a nice compact flipper tab right here. Perfectly tuned detent. Extremely snappy action. And these bearings are smooth.
Wow.
This knife was 100% drop shut out of the box, which is insane for a knife coming in under $30. Centering is almost dead perfect. I think that it's slightly favoring the left side, but that's not a big deal. It is close enough. We have a deep carry pocket clip, and this is in fact recessed into the G10 scale. However, our clip screws are not countersunk, so they do stick up a little bit, but this slides in and out of pocket very easily. I haven't had any issues whatsoever. We have some nice stainless hardware. We have T8 on the pivot and T6 on the scale screws. Alright, so our edge clears the plunge grind by a good bit, so you are going to get plenty of sharpening out of this before you have to ever worry about hitting the plunge grind. So they did this blade grind very well. Perfect execution. Up here we have kind of like a swedge. I don't know if you would call that a swedge because it's not like a taper. It just has a little bit of steel cut away, and you have this narrow part of the blade up here at the top of the spine. We have some nice well spaced out, not too aggressive jimping. right here at the back of the spine for you to get some nice grip with your thumb, some nice curves in the handle design. Very, very good ergonomics. This knife feels very good in hand. That action is very addicting. The action on this is tremendous. For our blade steel, we have D2, which is a decent blade steel. It can be really good if it's done right, if it has a good heat treat, but that is going to depend on the manufacturer, and you know, some people do it well, some people not so much. I can't speak too much on the quality of this specific D2 just yet because this is still very, very new. This is still the factory edge on here, and it is still cutting perfectly fine. So I would lean towards that this is at least a decent quality D2 steel. And I have not had any corrosion spots pop up, so that is very nice also. Getting into the lock mechanism, this has a liner lock, and we have maybe a 5 or 10% lockup, which is going to be perfectly fine for a liner lock. This thing is rock solid, no play in any direction, and absolutely zero lock stick. We have excellent access to the lock bar, very easy to disengage, and we have a very early detent. So if you just let the blade drop down and let that flipper tab hit the top of your thumb right there, you are already past that detent, and you are not going to have any double clutching with this knife. Let me back this out a little bit. Here we go. And actually, I can middle finger flick this. The flipper tab is really the only means of deployment for this. Unless you wanted to pinch it, you can pull the blade out like that. Or, because this has a very strong detent, you would have to be very, very good at middle finger flicking or Spidey flicking. But, see, it's even hard for me, and I can Spidey flick just about anything. There we go. So you would have to press your finger into this more exposed portion of the blade, and yeah. So, can be done. Our handle scales are G10, and this is a more smooth style G10. However, there is some nice texturing to it, and it has plenty of grip without being too aggressive. So the G10 feels very good, seems to be very nice quality. And then we have this little line right here that is raised up, and that just offers another traction point. Say if I'm going to deploy it, I might have my thumb in this area right here, and that line just offers a traction point to keep a good grip on this. With this being with this being a less aggressive G10, it is very nice to have that, especially because I don't think it hurts the aesthetic in any way. Sure, if this was completely plain and flat, it would look good, but I do like that they did something a little bit different here with the scale. I like seeing, new things. If all knives were exactly the same, this would be a pretty damn boring hobby. So props to them for having a unique design right there, if you want to call it that. And I really, really, really love the diagonal blade grind on this. So just wanted to share this with you guys. And believe it or not, alright, so I haven't been big into budget knives in a good while, ever since I got into my higher end knives. But lately I've been seeing a lot of hype around a lot of budget knives are really getting, really nice. So I checked out the QB KU23 or KU233, whatever it is, and I was really impressed by this. But the cheapest you can get this for is $40, and this knife is also in D2. This knife is like $27.99, something like that. And the detent on this is perfect. I would rate above the QB for sure. Although the QB detent is very good, the detent on this is better. The bearings feel very, very smooth. The action is perfect. Just everything about this. And I really like how this feels in hand. It's nice and compact. It carries extremely well. Nice and slim in pocket, but you still get a full-size blade, which cuts very well. It's a great EDC knife, great beater knife, or even if you don't want to beat up on it, it's just a great knife all around. So I definitely recommend checking this one out. I don't have any affiliations with them. I don't get any kickback. I don't have any incentive to come on here and tell you that this is a great knife, other than the fact that I personally believe that this is truly a really nice knife, and I want you guys to have the opportunity to enjoy it just as much as I am. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.